Yeah, democracy is the biggest farce that's on the earth, man. I mean, you know it.
Hmm.
I mean, your vote counts. It's your civic duty. You have to go and select your leader, okay? If
Yeah.
you don't vote, if you don't vote, somebody else will be selected. I mean, elected. Sorry. Freudian slip. Somebody else will be elected. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not a selection. Don't worry. And look, I mean, this guy, me, like, who follows him? He doesn't have a following. I mean, he doesn't have a following. So how?
One, I.
I mean, who is like 10 people follow him? What
but
kind of a
but
guy is he?
but isn't it an oxymoron, like how you put it, that they don't want to follow this one guy, but they will follow the other one guy?
Right, let's not get into this. Yeah, I mean, it's not one guy. They're following
One
many.
guys.
It's not one. It's
Yeah.
many guys. Yeah, but this one right now, this is the one we're following. Then we'll select another one. We'll make him that one guy. But it's all so. I mean, it's a joke. But at the end of the day, everyone selects one guy to follow, to one guy to incline to. Yeah, and then they'll have these,
Hmm.
because they're hypocrites. They'll have these 16 other in the bag as backups. Yeah. So if I get pissed with this one guy, I've got 16 others to choose from. So you're not, you're gone. I'll look in there. Oh yeah, I'll have that one for today. Yeah, this is what my heart is saying. So at the end of the day, you have to understand it's you who decides who you want to follow. And you can decide to follow yourself. Like I follow myself, but I don't follow myself. Because myself has been given up to God, my soul. So I follow God. This is the act of submission. When you actually submit yourself to God, your soul is no longer yours. You have given it up to God and you ask Him to guide you, and you fall into your traps all along that path until you realize, okay, that's I gotta not do that. The God shows you because He teaches you through your own faults. And you got to learn during that path when you say, oh, I submit to God. Yeah. What does that mean to you? What does it mean that I submit to God?
uh I surrender everything to God.
Yeah, but the saying it doesn't mean anything. These people, that's the problem. They say, I submit to God. The Christians say we submit to God. I don't know what the Jews say, yeah? But everybody submits to something.
Hmm.
The act of submission is basically accepting a path you will follow, which your soul has decided to do, which you have decided to follow. It's a submission, yeah? If you submit to the Marxist viewpoint idea, you are a submitter to that. You are Islamic as well. I mean, Islam is not a religion.
Yeah.
This is a fallacy. Yeah, word religion does not exist in the Quran. They say deen means religion. The word deen in the Quran, they say it means religion. No, it does not. It means way. It is your way you're on. Yeah, and part of that way is submission or Islam. And in the context of God or this book, when God says the Muslims, yeah, he means those who submit and surrender to him. And just the act of saying it from your mouth does not mean that in any way, shape, or form. That does not mean anything. It's your soul and heart that have to submit to God, prostrate to him, and then he has to accept your submission. Yeah. So how are you going to submit? The way of submission is to accept that there's only one God with absolute power, insurmountable, cannot be overtaken, cannot be overcome, has absolute and complete control over everybody and everything that you know and most that you don't know, which is unseen to you, just like God is unseen to you. He has absolute power over that. Once you accept that, then, and you don't question that anymore, ever, you don't make equals or partners with Him. You don't add to that without any knowledge. You don't add to that knowledge of your soul other stuff which you cannot verify. You leave it aside. Then you remain a Muslim. Yeah? You don't have to believe anything else. You don't have to. But if other belief comes to you and you reject it and it's the truth, then you no longer remain Muslim. Like if someone comes and tells you that Jesus is the Messiah and you no, he's not, you're no longer a Muslim. If you
Hmm.
were before, that is. You're probably not before a Muslim anyway, because if you were a Muslim, you'd probably accept it, right? Because you would probably know these books, maybe, maybe not. But that's how it works. So now when they come and tell you that Muhammad is a messenger, and you say, no, he's not, oh, you're no longer a Muslim. But
Hmm.
you don't have to say that he is a messenger of God to be a Muslim.
Hmm.
Yeah, you can be a Muslim up until the time you say Muhammad is not a messenger of God. Then you're not a Muslim.
Yeah.
Or that Jesus is not the Messiah. Then you're not a Muslim. Or Moses is not you're not a Muslim. So when they say that to be a Muslim, and this is what these idiot Muslims who are not Muslims, it's a it's an oxymoron. I cannot reconcile. God has let it happen. What can
So
I say?
so that means that if I'm a Muslim and I submit to one God and I don't partner anyone with God, and then God shows me a messenger, because to know that I can only match it with the book will tell me this guy is the messenger. So, and if I reject that, I'm not a Muslim anymore.
Nope, you're going to hell.
Damn.
So it's not just Muhammad, it's any messenger, starting with Gabriel, who is the highest. Yeah. They make him, the Holy Spirit is Gabriel. They make the Holy Spirit part of the Trinity, this nonsense that the Christians have invented. Total nonsense. And they are prevalent on the earth. I mean, of the three religions, so called religions, which is the most prevalent? Christianity, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when people say, tell you that, hey, how can we all be wrong and you one be right? Oh, then Jesus is son of God, then I guess. Yeah. I mean, come on. The majority say that Jesus is son of God, 2.5 billion, right? Of the Christians. So that logic falls apart
Hmm.
at the first step. Nonsense. God sends one guy, one, one in number in every generation, at least. At least, yeah. Now there can be more. I mean, in the case of Abraham, they were more. Jacob, in the case of when Jesus came, they were more. Moses, there was Aaron as well. Yeah. So it's not necessary that it'll be only one, but there will be at least one. The example of Noah is there was one. The example of Hud, the messenger that came to the Greek people, the Ad, one. And then the messenger that came to the remnants of whom are the Hindus and the Buddhists and the Sikhs, that was Saleh. He was alone. There was no other messenger with him. Yeah. That we know of. That we know of. God says, but he sends one at least. At least one to the people he sends. And then they destroy his message. They cover him with lies. They attack his character. Yeah, like Moses, they attack the Muslims, so-called Muslims. They attack Moses that he was like this way, and the Christians do the same thing. And God has specifically said, "Don't, don't hurt Moses with your
Hmm.
words, because he's going to screw you." Yeah, he is honored with God. Moses, one of the most honored of the messengers of God. Don't try and mock Moses or any other messenger, because you will end up in hell. All your deeds, whatever righteous you've done stuff, will be put to dust and you put in hell. God takes no prisoners when it comes to his messengers. He destroys them. And just because you will last for 10 years or 20 years or 50 years on this earth, that will not take away from the fact that he's going to come and destroy you and put you in hell forever. Yeah, hell exists. Don't make up nonsense lies and ludicrous ideologies that hell does not exist and that the last life was a parable. Yeah, the what happened with Adam was just a parable to explain how we're supposed to do, and that's how it would have happened if that happened. What a bunch of nonsense.